Joining us now is Steve Cope, the CEO of Silver Viper Metals. Great to see you, sir.
Thank you. Nice to have me.
So tell us about Silver Viper and this key asset you bought primarily from Pan American Silver in Mexico, right?
Yeah, we have the La Virginia project, which in its heyday was the primary exploration asset of Mine Finders, and then when they were bought by Pan American Silver for $1.5 billion in 2012, Pan American finished up a work program, but then ended up putting the project on the shelf because metals prices were falling down as they were then, coming from $50 silver, it become $15 silver, and they don't do a lot of grassroots exploration, but they liked the asset and they kept the land package and paying the taxes all the way up until we got involved in 2018. So we were approached by a local group that got involved in the asset, but they had a difference of opinion with Pan American, and so they asked us to get involved and try and bring the whole land package back together. We signed a CA, we looked at the project, saw that it had a lot of exploration potential that had never even been sampled and touched, but also had this historic area that had over 50,000 meters drilled on it with some very exciting results. And Mine Finders actually had only released 50 of those 188 holes public, so the public didn't appreciate 138 holes worth of data that existed, but Pan American didn't deem exploration results material to them, so they just sat on them.
So what should investors be looking for from Silver Viper this year in terms of news releases and milestones and some sort of news flow to push the story forward?
So we've just actually started at the end of last year our phase 2 of drilling on the project. It's 100% designed to follow up on the discovery that we made at the end of phase 1 at the El Ruby zone of the project. It sits 5 kilometers north of any drilling that had been done in the past by Mine Finders or Pan American, but up this same north-south running regional trend. So we put out our first 3 results from that program on Monday, and had some fantastic results, grades up to 6,000 grams silver equivalent. We're about 50-50 gold and silver. We also had some broad lower grade zones that are favorable for kind of open pit mining that Sonora is known for in the gold space. So for us, we're going to be putting out drill results every 3 weeks or so. I would expect the next one to come out probably first week of February. And we're just going to continue to follow up and hopefully keep producing grades and widths like we saw in that press release.
So in 2019, gold and silver kind of perked up a little bit finally after years sort of just in a range and in the doldrums. What's your overall feeling about gold and silver and investor sentiment in precious metal sector?
Well, we're obviously very bullish. We've been in this sector for long. We're very bullish on gold and silver. It felt different at the start of last year when it was National Bank did a presentation to us that made a very compelling case in December of 2018 that we were about to come out of this bear cycle that we were in metals, and it was just talking about what the market looked like during the start of the last 2 cycles, and there was it was a lot of direct lines as far as what was happening with the U.S. dollar and the Dow. You had these boom bust cycles, whether it was crypto or real estate or the different tech that had happened in past cycles versus what was happening in this, and all these factors seemed to line up that said, no, this is going to be coming here soon, and maybe it hit sooner than we thought, but we turned around and started this year, and it's been a pretty good year. It takes time for the money to start trickling back down to companies like our size, but that's done that every cycle. So we're ecstatic that gold and silver have held their gains that they've made throughout this year, and that it wasn't just a flash and straight back down to 1,200. That it's been able to sustain it through the summer and through the fall and now into the new year. So we're very bullish. We think this is just a start. Typically these runs are 8-10 year plus cycles of a macro scale bull run, so let's hope that's true and that we're at the start, and I think investors will do really well to put money into this market now.
Okay, and maybe into Silver Viper Metals.
Absolutely. To me it's the number one of the top, I won't say number one, but it could be the number 1 exploration story out there. It's certainly one of the best that I've seen, given everything that we've got with the management, with the track record of success. We've got a discovery, we've got lots of ground to make more discovery and grow and come out with a maiden resource on the project. It's got everything going for it that investors should be looking for in a junior exploration company.
Thanks, Dave. Good stuff.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, that's good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.